Hello everybody, it's Brian here, and I'm doing another episode in what I think I have called Thread Archaeology, in which I go back a little while and pick up and do a thread that I missed. And the reason I missed it, of course, is that for the last 5 months, things have been kind of upside down here. So we were out of the house for 4 months doing well, I wasn't doing the renovation. We hired people to renovate our house. So we were gone for 4 months, and that made it very difficult to come back and get records. I did make a few videos, but it was quite challenging. And although we've been home for a month, the reno wasn't really done, so things were still happening while we lived here. And of course, I wasn't always home either. As you may know, I was in Buffalo recently at the MGK Bash. And after that, we went up to Bob Cajun with the extended family. So I haven't really been around very much, so I'm digging back into the old threads. This one was started by Jack, the Vinyl Voyage, over in Scotland, land of my forefathers. And the thread is called something like 7 Records, 7 Genres, where you show 7 records from 7 different genres. And the one thing I will say about genres is that it seems to me that most records don't even get assigned only one genre, they get several. So even the first band I'm going to show you it's punk, or it's pop punk, or in some cases it's new wave. So who knows? Anyway, start with this one. This is a band called 999 from London, either pop, punk, or new wave, I guess. This is their live album called Lust, Power, and Money, live. And it's either using the numerals. Sometimes I have records from them that are spelled out with the letters. And this has both on it, believe it or not. So that's kind of interesting. And one thing that's interesting about this band is that these records, every time I see a record from 999, they're fairly inexpensive and they seem to be plentiful. But it's a fun record. You possibly will know I think it's their most famous track called Homicide. I think it got a lot of airplay, at least when I was listening to back in the day. It's the inner sleeve with lots of 9s on it. I guess I have to show you the label. Lust and Power and Money. There we go. Pretty good record. I listened to this quite recently. Pretty good. So I recommend that one. Number 2. Back to 1971 for Marvin Gaye's What's Going On. And this, I think you would say, is soul, but it's called Funk and Soul in Discogs for whatever reason. And this is What's Going On, in case I didn't say it, on Tamala back in 1971. I did not hear this record in 1971, let's be honest. I don't know when I heard it first, but it would have been on compact disc. I don't know. It took me a long time to discover Marvin Gaye, because I always felt he was someone I probably wouldn't like, but lo and behold, I think this is a really excellent album. With 2 killer tracks, What's Going On, at least 2 killer tracks, and Mercy, Mercy Me, The Ecology. Those got a lot of airplay. And I don't know when this came out, because this was reissued. And so I don't know what the reissue date, because Discogs doesn't know either. Motown Recording Corporation. Fantastic. This is a great record. I think New Musical Express at one point said this was the greatest record of all time, which is quite the accolade. Now let's move into another record that has many genres. It's either heavy metal, thrash metal, progressive metal, possibly even just hard rock, and that is Metallica and Justice for All from 1988 originally, their 4th record. This is a 2018 repressing, and it's on black vinyl, although I think there has been many colored vinyl issues that have come out, so there is a little insert with this one. And it comes on 2 pieces of vinyl here. As I mentioned, black vinyl. It's a download code, but I'm not sure if I've used it. I'm going to have to check that. Anyway, this is a pretty good record. So, whatever you want to call it, heavy metal, thrash metal, progressive metal, you tell me. I don't really know. And then in the category of industrial metal, because you can't just have industrial music. There's industrial, then there's industrial metal. A band called Ministry, who started out as more of a synth pop band with some industrial flavor. The second record was more in the industrial sound with songs like Over the Shoulder, which is epic. This is a record from 1988, their third, called The Land of Rape and Honey. And You may already know the story, but of course, that is the slogan of the town in Saskatchewan called, I believe, Tisdale. They're a big, I think, continue to be a big producer of rapeseed. And so their slogan for the town is the land of rape and honey, or was. I'm not sure it still is. It's kind of eye-catching, but maybe ultimately the wrong choice. But it's an interesting album title. And this is 1988, as I mentioned. Such a powerful record. Stigmata, The Missing, Deity, etc. Just they continue the sound, of course, especially with Burning. I was going to say Burning from the Inside. That's a single from The Mind is a Terrible Thing to Taste. And here is the label. This is an original. Is this Canadian? Yes, original Canadian pressing from 1988. When I was fascinated with all things ministry. Let's go to 1990, and this is an EBM or electronic body music record from a band called either Nitzareb or Nitzareb. You take your choice. It's called Showtime. The hype sticker there has 3 tracks listed. As I mentioned, this is from 1990 on Geffen Records. From the US, there's the 9 tracks listed there. If you don't know this, I'm going to say, listen to Lightning Man. If you like it, listen to Getting Closer. If you like that, listen to the next one. This got a lot of airplay, at least those tracks did back in the day when I was listening to a certain radio station. There's the inner sleeve with some notes of thanks of various people. It's not the longest record in the world. You can see by the runout that it's quite a wide runout on both sides, but it's fantastic. I love this band. So 1990, I think they're from, where are they from? Chelmsford, England, I believe. Now, this could possibly be the world's most famous rap record or political rap record or hip-hop record. From Public Enemy, It Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back, from 1988 on Def Jam Recordings. This is my Canadian pressing. I do have an American pressing. Unfortunately, neither of them is what I would call pristine, but they sound well. They sound good enough. And of course, the big track on here was probably Bring the Noise. Yeah, I think it probably was, yeah. Lyrics here. It looks a bit like a newspaper here with the band members here. And as I mentioned, on Def Jam Recordings. So yeah, a little bit of a rap or hip-hop there for you. And then lastly, a piece of what probably can only be described as krautrock or electronic. And I'll show you the CD first because they're quite different. This is from 1997. It's Harmonia 76, Tracks and Traces. This was recorded in 1976 and didn't get released until on CD until 1997. Members are Brian Eno, of course, Michael Rother, who is from Neu, and then Hans Joachim Rodelius and Dieter Mobius from Cluster. And here is the CD. Rather weirdly, it's on this white plastic, and this was kind of glued on. The glue is kind of coming off. It has an interesting card that you could have sent away to be added to their mailing list, but I didn't actually do it. It asks you what are the most important factors that go into your music buying decisions, like have you heard it on the radio, recommendation from friends, or is it a review you've read or a show, or etc. And then it asks you what stations you listen to, etc. I didn't send that in. Maybe I should do it now. All these years too late. Anyway, in 2009 and 2016, it was re-released on vinyl. This is the 2016 pressing, renamed Harmonia and Eno 76 Tracks and Traces reissue. So this is reissued on double vinyl. So it has a couple of bonus tracks on here. And let's pull them out here. So let me just show you one of them. If I can get it out, Static Electricity. Anyway, this is a fantastic record, if you ask me. Brilliant. So you might, krautrock or possibly electronic, whatever you prefer. And the bonus tracks are great too. Really good. And so it's funny how it came out under a different title after the CD and with a different image on the front, which I think is better than the CD copy, to be honest. There we go, and they're all drinking coffee, it seems. So there we have 7 records from 7 genres. Thanks for watching. I will see you sometime in the next while in another video, I suppose. So talk to you.